Good morning and welcome to the Public Service Commission of South Carolina. It is Monday, January 9th. It's about 10:31 a.m. and we are here in docket 2022-254E, which is the application of Duke Energy Progress, LLC, for an increase in electric rates, adjustments in electric rate schedules and tariffs, and request for an accounting order. I believe as roll call of commissioners, we have all commissioners present here in the hearing room. Let's proceed with appearance of counsel this morning. Who's representing the applicant, Duke Energy Progress, LLC?
Good morning, Chair Belzer. Thank you. Good morning, Chair Belzer, Vice Chair Powers, members of the Commission. My name is Kamal Robinson, appearing on behalf of Duke Energy Progress, LLC. With me here today are my external counsel, Frank Ellerby, as well as Ashley Cooper, Thomas Mulliken, Kiran Mehta, and Brandon Marzo. Both Mr. Mehta and Mr. Marzo have Pro Hoc Vice applications that have been approved by this commission. Thank you.
Well, I believe the Pro Hoc Vici applications have been approved by the Supreme Court. We got the letters from the Supreme Court a little late to have action by the full commission, but we do approve the Pro Hoc Vici motions for Mr. Mehta and Mr. Marzo. Thank you.
Thank you.
Who's present for the South Carolina Department of Consumer Affairs?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Roger Hall and Carrie Gruby-Leibarker.
Thank you. Federal executive agencies.
Yes, good morning. This is Captain Marcus Duffy. I am counsel for federal executive agencies. Also with me, that's appearing virtually, is Ms. Emily Medlin. Sorry, my apologies.
Okay, Emily Medlin.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Appearing for the South Carolina Small Business Chamber of Commerce.
Madam Chair, this is Charlie Toraney. I represent South Carolina Small Business Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you. Nucor Steel, South Carolina.
Madam Chair, good morning, Commissioners. Rob Smith and Mike Levanga on behalf of Nucor Steel, South Carolina.
Thank you. South Carolina Coastal Conservation League, Southern Alliance for Clean Energy, and Vote Solar.
Good morning, Chair Belzer, Kate Mixon and Emma Clancy on behalf of SACCL and Vote Solar.
Thank you. Sierra Club.
Good morning, Chair Belzer. My name is Justin Smolowski on behalf of Sierra Club, and I'm joined virtually by Bob Guile and Dory Jaffe.
Thank you. Walmart Incorporated.
Good morning. This is Stephanie Eaton on behalf of Walmart, and I'm joined virtually by Carrie Grunman.
Thank you. South Carolina Energy Users Committee.
Madam Chair, I'm sorry. I'm Scott Elliott. I represent the Energy Users Committee in this docket. Thank you.
Thank you. Office of Regulatory Staff.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Ben Muschin on behalf of ORS. With me today is Ms. Nicole Given, Ms. Donna Rainey, Mr. Alex Knowles, and Mr. Chad Torrey.
Thank you. Preliminary matters. Who's going first? Mr. Robinson.
Thank you, Chair Belzer. Yes, I'm happy to. Chair Belzer, what we would like to notify and inform the Commission that all the parties in this proceeding have entered after extensive discussions and negotiations over the past several weeks, including over this past weekend with final sign-off about 9:45. We have a full-on comprehensive global settlement that we are working to memorialize into a full comprehensive settlement agreement, and accompanying that with full settlement supporting testimony. And so at this time, the company and I believe the parties are all recommending and requesting for this commission to postpone the hearing until next Tuesday to be able to have that information provided to the commission.
I'm not going to call the roll, but are all parties in agreement? If anyone is not in agreement, please let me know. Okay, hearing none, we have all parties assenting to the statement made by Mr. Robinson. Let's talk scheduling if we can. I understand that these negotiations have been ongoing and they're, given the number of issues in this case, I can appreciate the time that it's taken to do, to get everyone into agreement, let's put it that way. What kind of, when can we expect a written settlement and supporting settlement testimony?
Chair Belzer, speaking on behalf of the company, and certainly ask for the other parties to either weigh in or disagree with me, but we fully expect that we'll be able to provide the settlement as well as some settlement supporting testimony by the end of the week, if not earlier.
So when you say the end of the week, are we talking close of business Friday? Are we talking midday Friday?
We would endeavor to provide it by Thursday.
By Thursday?
If not Thursday, then as early on Friday as possible, but perhaps could be even earlier than that, Chair Belzer.
Okay, if there is, if it's going to be later than Thursday, please communicate with the attorneys, the staff attorneys for here at the commission, or file something on the DMS. Let us know when to expect it.
Yes, we'll do.
And can you provide us a list of which, and this is to all parties, which witnesses will be providing settlement testimony? Can you provide us that earlier than Thursday?
Yes, Chair Belzer. The company at least believes that it can provide the list by close of business tomorrow.
And when you say the list, is that Duke's list, or is that all party witnesses that would be testifying in support of the settlement?
So I will allow the other parties to speak, but I do believe that all the parties could get together and provide a comprehensive list by close of business tomorrow, Chair Belzer.
Do all parties agree to that? Is that doable? I see a lot of nods yes. I hear no's. So we will expect a list by close of business tomorrow, and realize our close of business is 4:45.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do the parties understand that commissioners may have questions of witnesses that may not be on the list of those witnesses providing settlement testimony? Does everyone understand that? And once it's a little bit difficult for the commissioners to say which witnesses they may want to hear from, not knowing the terms of the settlement. So we may have to either provide that list after we get the settlement or even as late as next Tuesday. Please be aware of that. We will accommodate any witnesses that we need to hear from virtually if that assists in making witnesses available. I know there were some conflicts that had been indicated of certain witnesses for next week. So am I clear? Everybody understand what I'm saying here? Okay.
Excuse me, Chair Belzer?
Yes, sir.
Just a procedural question or offer. If it pleases the commission, would the commission like the parties to file motions to excuse witnesses that it deems would not be settlement supporting, and then have the commission react to that? Or
no, I don't think that would be necessary. As a matter of fact, I'd like to keep all witnesses available until we see the commissioners have a chance to look at the settlement testimony and decide who they may want to hear from. Commissioners, any questions? Parties, have I forgotten anything? Anything anybody need to address? Mr. Mustian?
Madam Chair, just a housekeeping matter. I know that the commission had scheduled arguments on the various motions that are outstanding. As part of the settlement, we have agreed to hold those motions in abeyance. In addition, I understand that that there are some responses that are still outstanding. I think deadlines for some of those may be due today. I believe, and certainly the parties can correct me, but I believe we've all agreed to hold those deadlines in abeyance as well. So just wanted to make that for the record.
Okay, and I do know that some parties had already filed some responses that were due today. I think I've seen 2. So, Anything further? Mr. Robinson?
Yes, Chair Belzer, just notification, the company later today will be seeking to withdraw the supplemental rebuttal testimony of Kim Smith, recognizing that the ORS did not have an opportunity to respond to that.
Okay. You're gonna follow a written motion on that?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anything else about
Madam Chair.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Mr. Duffy.
ma'am, since this is a settlement hearing possibly going forward, most likely, FEA requests that our local South Carolina attorney, Miss Emily Medlin, be excused from the hearing since it's a settlement hearing.
Thank you, Captain Duffy. We will excuse your local counsel for the pendency of this proceeding, this case.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anything further? From the parties? From the commissioners? Okay. Just a moment.
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Irvin?
is it my understanding that the parties, through their attorneys, will all be signing a stipulated settlement agreement that'll be submitted by no later than Thursday? Is that the understanding?
That's my understanding, Commissioner Irvin, and along with supporting settlement testimony.
Thank you.
Just a moment, please. He says yes. 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 Back in January. In September. Parties, anything further? Sorry, I had to check on something.
Chair Belzer,
Commissioner Williams?
have we identified a time that we'll reconvene on Tuesday?
Not yet, but we're getting there.
Okay.
Is there anything further? Everybody know where we're headed? Okay. Generally the first day of a hearing, we'll convene at 10 a.m. We did ask for a little delay this morning, which we appreciate the parties working with us on. When we reconvene next Tuesday, that'll be the 17th, January 17th. Can we start at 9:30? Does that work for everybody? Okay. If there's nothing further to come before the commission this morning, anybody? Last chance. Okay. We will recess this hearing until 9:30 on Tuesday, January 17th. Thank you. Everybody have safe travels and see you next week.